All right, in this video I'm going to walk through a tax credit that's available to Illinois residents that make a donation to this organization called Empower Illinois. So we have a daughter, we send her to school, she's very fortunate, but there's a lot of children that aren't able to kind of go to private schooling. And what Illinois has done is they created this program a couple of years ago and allows people that kind of donate to charities to donate to this. Essentially, it's kind of like a scholarship fund. And the donor that donates are able to get a tax credit on their Illinois tax return. And I'll show you an example of an Illinois return and where this credit shows up in the savings. And as you've seen in my other videos, a credit is better than a deduction, but it also creates a scholarship fund that allows children that want to go to private schooling to be able to do that. And this program's raised millions of dollars, I think a couple $100 million. So if those of you that are willing to kind of help out other children, as well as kind of get this tax benefit, definitely check this out. It's called Empower Illinois. Thanks. All right, so here is Empower Illinois. So if you go to Empower, EMPOWER, Illinois.org, you'll be brought to the site. This is just kind of like a screenshot. So those kind of videos in the site, donors, or if you have a child, you want to get the scholarship, or if you're a schooling, you want to be a partner of this program, you can do it through the site. It was started a couple of years ago. And, this video is more geared toward donors. So you go here, if you click on the partner, you'll be able to see all the schools that are in the system. So if you're kind of like an alum from one of these schools, this is a great way to, give an opportunity to other children, to kind of donate to the scholarship fund, and you'll get the tax benefit on your Illinois return. If you're a child or a family kind of looking for some money from scholarship money, you can, apply through here. So then if you click on this donor, so if you're a donor, you can kind of calculate what your, what amount you would need to contribute to kind of get the full effect on this. So when you go to your Illinois return, I'm going to show you, an example of one. You put in what your kind of like income is, right? So after, deductions. So let's say your income is like $500,000. Your estimated tax liability would be to Illinois of $24,750. And how this credit works is it would eliminate this $24,750, but you have to put in 25% more. So to say your donation is $33,000. 75% of that is a credit. And as you know, a credit kind of wipes out your tax liability as opposed to the deduction kind of just reduces it. So, you just say your net income is 500,000. If you want to, get 100% of that credit and utilize it 100% in the current year, you would have to donate more than what your tax liability shows on your tax return. Because the credit is only 75% of what you donate. Now, this is just an example. In this example here, you don't need to donate like $33,000, right? You could donate $1,000 and then the credit would only be $750, right? 75% of whatever you donate. So in that case, just say you donated $1,000, your credit would be $750. So instead of paying Illinois, relating your tax return $24,750, your tax liability at Illinois would just be $24,000, and you've kind of donated to this, or you contributed to the scholarship fund. Now, to kind of kickstart the process, and this is very important, I'll create another video on this. Every individual in Illinois, if you haven't done so, please do so. It's the MyTax Illinois. So go to mytax.illinois.gov website, and you should have your own portal. This is kind of your portal, your login. This is where you manage all your tax payments and everything else. If you haven't created an account here, you should create an account, and you'll want to go to the Illinois or individual section. And to kind of kick the start, if you go to the individual section, there's a place called Request a Letter ID. And then you'll get that in the mail, and that's how you kind of log in and register. because then you'll be able to click on register here or sign up, and then you'll use that ID that you got in the mail to kind of go through this process. And then once you're in here, then that's how you can kind of register yourself to kind of get this credit. And then let's go do a tax return here for Illinois. So we got this couple. Their total income from the federal returns $265. Again, this is the Illinois return. And we go down to, let's see here. So you got some exemptions here. And then we get down to box 11 here, total net income. So this is the number that you would enter into that that other website that I showed you earlier, the Empower Illinois. So you would enter that here, and it would kind of show you if you want to get rid of 100% of your tax liability, you would enter that amount. So like in this example, you put this number in, and it's going to show something that's 25% greater than this. So just say, I'm just making this up, just say it turns out to be like $16,000 or so. You would have to donate $16,000 to eliminate this tax liability to Illinois. So you've contributed $16,000 to that scholarship fund, and now you don't have to pay any tax to Illinois. So, it's still money going out the door, but it's like, where is it going? Is it going to the state and their revenue department, or is it kind of helping kids out there, fund their education? Now, just say you put in $50,000, right? And your credit's only at $12,000. Your question may be, can I get a refund? And the answer is no. So this is called like a non-refundable credit, but any credit that you made or that wasn't used gets carried forward to the next year, right? So just say you used up $12,660 of your credit, and you had just say $20,000 left over. You can use that $20,000 next year, but you can't get a refund. So anyways, that's how it would look on the Illinois return. Now, again, this is before any other credits that you might have. So on that website, it's just going to calculate what you need to contribute to get rid of this. And that's why you might have other credits non-related to this Empower Illinois that's going to reduce this $12,000, where, you may be in a situation that you will be over credited, and then that just gets carried forward to the next year. So again, the organization is empowerillinois.org. And I don't know how long this is going to be around. It's been around for a couple of years, but I think it's a great, purpose and kind of what it's used for. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks.